Just in case. I'm a hood nigga. I know why they love me. I'm on some underground shit. Just like Peace and Black Power is the Prince of Pan-Africanism. So I want to talk about 10 things. 10 things every black parent should know about the learning disability. 10 things every black parent should know about the learning disability. 10 things every black parent should know about the learning disability. Number one, the first thing every black parent should know about the learning disability is that it is an opinion. The learning disability is an opinion. The learning disability is an opinion. That's the first thing I want every parent to understand. When we evaluate for the learning disability, speaking of school psychologists, clinical psychologists, when we evaluate for the learning disability, we do not use any objective measure to determine its presence. There's no blood test, there's no CAT scan, there's no MRI, there's no X-ray, there's no urine sample, there's no DNA sample. You understand? So although the psychological evaluation is considered scientific, and I'm not going to totally say that it's not, much of the conclusions are open to speculation. At the end of the day, when someone tells you your child has a reading disability or a math disability or ADHD, conduct disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, they're giving you their professional opinion. That's it. None of the tests we give can prove a learning disability. They provide evidence of a learning disability, but they cannot prove a learning disability. It's like having evidence that somebody committed a crime, but you can't prove they committed the crime. So the first thing I want every black parent to understand is that the learning disability is an opinion. The second thing I want every black parent to understand is that your child's learning disability is likely to be due to laziness. Your child's learning disability is likely to be due to laziness. Your child's learning disability may actually be a lazy disability. If you have an unmotivated child, a disinterested child, that might be the problem. Poor motivation. A poorly motivated child. Looks and appears learning disabled. A poorly motivated child looks and appears learning disabled. So number one, it's an opinion. Number two, lazy disabilities often masquerade as learning disabilities. Number two, lazy disabilities often masquerade as learning disability. Is he lazy or is he learning disabled? Is she lazy or is she learning disabled? Number three, a poor education. Attending an underperforming school, being taught by inferior teachers, learning at an inferior school, a poorly organized classroom. Poor education will have your child looking like they're learning disabled. Poor education will have your child looking like they're learning disabled. Poor education will have your child looking like they are learning disabled. Number 4, where there is no homework, learning disabilities will be in high demand. When children don't do homework, they do not practice academic skill. And if they do not practice academic skill, they will struggle and they will end up in special education. Don't tell me your child is learning disabled when they don't even do any homework. If your child don't do homework, I don't want to hear about a learning disability. If there's no homework, there's no learning disability. I don't even want to hear. If there's no practice, they are opinions. There's nothing worse than when a parent tells me, I had a learning disability, his father had a learning disability, his grandfather had a learning disability, his grandmother had a learning disability. No. Learning disabilities don't run in the family. Poor parenting runs in the family. Poor academic habits run in the family. Don't run in the family. There's no learning disability gene, you understand? But poor parenting runs in the family. Poor respect for education runs in the family. Do you understand me? Bad habits run in the family. Do you understand? That's what's going on. All the cousins have a learning disability. So you think all the cousins got some sort of a genetic predisposition to not know how to read. All the cousins are being raised by aunts and uncles. Get them a tutor. Get them a tutor. And you take care of the problems. This is my own oil. I'm going to start selling it. It's the Ifa Tunde scent. Brothers, if you wear this, your queens will love you forever. It's the Ifa Tunde scent. Ladies can wear it too, but let me not digress. This is what I wear at the book signings. Queens never want to stop hugging me. They want to take 100 pictures. When I wear this special Umar formula, the Ifa Tunde scent, Ifa Tunde oils by Ifa Tunde. I'm going to have it on tomorrow, ladies. Louisville Queens, Kentucky Queens, Owensboro Queens, rooftop grill, baby. Tight hugs and good pictures. Let me refocus. Get them a tutor. A tutor can rectify any learning problem. I do not have a wife. Wifey resumes are still being accepted. Let's stay focused. Consciousness over cookies. Getting your child a math tutor or a reading tutor. Getting your child a math tutor or a reading tutor will work more wonders than special education could ever do. Getting your child a math tutor or a reading tutor will work more magic than special education ever could. Find you a teacher, retired teacher, college student, high school IEP. Number 7, what every parent needs to know about the learning disability is there is no cure for it because it does not exist. There is no cure for the learning disability because it does not exist. That's why kids go into special ed and they don't get better, because there's no cure for the learning disability because it doesn't exist. It is an opinion. Nothing is going to solve the learning disability problem because it's not a learning disability. If your child didn't go to kindergarten or didn't go to preschool, why are we talking about a learning disability? They have a learning deficiency because you did not give them the early foundation they needed to be successful in grade school. All children should go to kindergarten. All children should go to preschool, whether that is a home preschool or a home kindergarten or a school preschool or a school kindergarten. All children should go to kindergarten. Black children cannot afford to wait to first grade. They will be classified with a learning disability. They will be classified with a learning disability. They will be classified with a learning disability. Norfolk, Virginia, I think we have the Black Parent Boot Camp coming to Norfolk. I just got a conference. And the longer your child spends in special ed, the more they will need it. The longer your child spends in special ed, the more they will need it. The longer your child spends in special ed, the more they will need it. The longer your child spends in special ed, the more they will need it. Wyndon, you don't believe ADHD and ADD is man-made? So the tree that ADHD grows from. Can you show me the crop or the seed that ADHD grows from? Because you just said it's not man-made. So if ADHD is made by Mother Nature, can you show me the source? Does it come from the ocean? Does it come from the sky? Does it come from the water? If ADHD is not man-made, can you answer the question? If ADHD is not man-made, where was it before 1987? So you mean to tell me black people been on the planet, modern African is 250,000 years old. Modern African is 250,000 years old, but we've only had ADHD for about 35 years. Help me understand. Let me see. 88, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Right? 97, 07, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 34 years old. ADHD is 34 years old. So where was it for the other 230 plus thousand years if ADHD is not man-made? See, you have drank the Kool-Aid, my brother. You have drank the Kool-Aid, my brother. You have drank the Kool-Aid, my brother. And if you want to drink the Kool-Aid of the power structure, drink the Kool-Aid of the power structure. But please, a scholar does not speak like this. I'm going to block your ass. Okay? You don't know how a scholar speaks because most of the time they talking to you about irrelevant information. But if you want to drink the ADHD Kool-Aid, drink the ADHD Kool-Aid. But number 9, special ed gets worse the longer you are in it. Excuse me. The learning disability gets worse the longer you are in special education. The learning disability will get worse. That's number 9. Number 10, what is my last point? To my training after 10 o'clock, you will not get in. If you show up to the Black Parent Boot Camp in New Haven, Connecticut after 10 a.m., you will not get in. If you show up to the Black Parent Boot Camp in Boston, Massachusetts on April the 10th after 10 a.m., you will not get in. If you show up to the Black Parent Boot Camp in Norfolk, Virginia after 10 o'clock, you will not get in. 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because you would have already missed too much information. We get started at 8 o'clock on the dot. We get started at 8 o'clock on the dot. And the last thing about that you should know about the learning disability. Charlie Isabella, we working on Florida. Charlie Isabella, we work. Number 10, FDMG is the cure. There will be no learning disabilities at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. There will be no learning disabilities at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. There will be no LD at FDMG. There will be no LD at FDMG. There will be no LD. The school will open once the school is done. The school will open once you donate enough money to cover all the repairs. Once you donate enough money to cover all the repairs, the school will open. Once you donate enough money to cover all the repairs, the school will open. So that's my that. Make sure you bring your camera phone, because you know I have to take some pictures and post them up. Show all my Louisville love. So Louisville, I want you to understand that tomorrow is not only the book signing, it is a special education, mental health drop-in clinic for Black parents. If you have any questions about your child, any issues with IEPs, evaluations, autism, learning disabilities, emotional disturbances, intellectual disabilities, mental health issues, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders, any issues involving your children, you can stop in tomorrow, Rooftop Grill. Also get you some Caribbean food. I'm going to be grubbing all day long at the Rooftop Grill. Caribbean joint, where them oxtails at? No disrespect to my vegans. If you vegan, cover your ears right now. If you vegan, cover your ears right now. If you vegan, cover your ears right now. In fact, let me look at the menu. What's the menu at the Rooftop Grill? Oh man, they got the oxtails. I want some curry chicken, some curry goat, some plantain, some rice and peas, some cabbage, some ginger sorrel. I'm going to be grubbing all day long at the Rooftop Grill tomorrow. Cincinnati, I'm going to see you Thursday at Manifest Station, 1018 East McMillan Street. Cincinnati, I'm going to see you Thursday. Manifest Station, 1018 East McMillan Street. 2 to 8 tomorrow in Louisville, 2 to 8 Thursday in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's been 5 long years and I'm back. Ohio River, I am here. But this is what I want to do, because I have to get ready to go to a radio interview. I have to get ready to go to a radio interview. I have to get ready to go to a radio interview. Out right now. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans, Louisiana. I will be there on Monday, March the 15th.